This class is about number systems and codes. We say that in digital system, the storage and processing of information requires electrical signals, which digital system requires them to be in two voltage levels. And these two levels are considered normally known as high or low, on or off, and they may be represented by a 1 or a 0 respectively. And any arithmetic process in a digital system requires that the two symbols, which is different from the typical values that we get when we use a decimal system. We are used to having measuring voltage, maybe 5 volts, maybe 10 volts, and therefore this is in decimal number system, which is contrary to what a computer can understand. And therefore we would want to perform arithmetic operations in a digital system. Therefore there is a need to convert from this decimal number system. So the new number system, which consists of two symbols, is referred to as binary number system. Binary number system offers some inherent advantages because the electronic circuitry that makes the digital system, mostly from semiconductor switching devices, works best when it operates in two states of on or off. So in this course, we are going to discuss the binary number system, and we are going to start with converting decimal numbers to a form that is known as binary number system, and also vice versa. And we are going to look at some examples. So as we know, arithmetic operations involves addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And therefore we are going to be looking at how we can perform those operations in binary number system, plus some additional number systems we are going to look at, such as octal number system and hexadecimal number system, which somehow provide a suitable representation of binary numbers using alphanumeric characters. So the 3 or 4 number systems that we have mentioned, that is octal, hexa, decimal, that we know very well, and binary, are called fixed point number systems, and they are very useful for normal operations. But then there are some other applications, particularly scientific, that requires an advanced version of number system that is known as floating point format, in which case the dynamic range of numbers is huge. And we'll see that particularly when you want to represent such a number as the speed of light, we normally represent it using this form. And if you are to represent this number in either of these methods, it would be quite difficult to represent, particularly when we have other numbers like that have a very big decimal points, say 10 to the power minus 23. I believe there is a certain constant we normally have that has such a small, and therefore we find that for scientific applications we might need to apply the floating point number format, contrary to the common day-to-day usage of number systems. Now we will start our discussion on the binary number system. And we say now that the binary number system uses only two symbols, 0 and 1, and this means that each symbol has a weight which is determined by the position of that number. So we normally say that a binary number system is a series of zeros and ones, and therefore we say that depending on the position of each of these numbers, 1, 2, okay, normally start with 0. So when you give the position of all of these numbers, you give the value of each one of them depending on its respective position. So I would represent it as such. In the decimal number systems, we normally classify these ones as ones, and we classify this one as tens, and we classify these ones as hundreds. And in similar manner, we know that these are the weights that each of the numbers carry. So this is 100s, this is 2 tens, this is 3 ones. So if you are to convert this to binary numbers or binary number system, there would be some certain procedure. But all we want to know for now is what is the value of this number. And clearly is what I have said. 1 represents 100, 2 represents 20, and 3 represent 3 ones. Therefore, the value of this number as we know it is 123. So we are going to look at how we represent such a number in binary number system.